Dakota Shredley Amacker here, and today I'm going to show you guys a little bit about the Charvel Desolation series guitars. So check it out. Alright, for starters, I'm going to give you guys a rundown of the specs that came on these guitars and the different kind of configurations. What I have right here is my number one, Storm, and this is a Charvel Desolation DST-1 Star. And it originally came with all nickel hardware and a black set of EMG 8185s. And I swapped them out for white, rings and everything, so I'll put some work in these guitars. But your standard features, as far as the body, it's a mahogany body. And as far as the neck, it's maple with a rosewood board, 25.5 scale length with 24 jumbo frets. And this one, it's not a Floyd Rose version, so it came with a Les Paul inspired stop tell 2-pneumatic bridge, 1 volume, 3-way toggle. And all the non-Floyd versions came with these locking tuners, which in my opinion are a must. I won't play a show without them. But yeah, lightning fast fretboard. The neck feels great. And these guitars just have lots of sustain for days, I'm telling you. But pretty much all the stars came with, I believe, the EMGs or the Seymour Duncan Blackouts. Both pickups, both brands sound fantastic. But as far as some of the other models, like the DS series, you'd have, like I say, the EMG 8185 set or the Seymour Duncan Blackouts, but I have seen some where it came with Charvel's own uncovered humbuckers and I believe some type of actives that they came out with for the series. But that's pretty much the different types you could have as a standard feature. So next I'll show you another one. Okay, and this is the only one I have like this, because I have mostly stars out of this series, but this is a Charvel Desolation DS1. And it's kind of like a, Charvel's take on the Les Paul shape. It's not quite as thick as your average Les Paul, but there is some weight and body there. Anyway, this one, same thing. It's a mahogany body, but this one has a maple veneer. And the pretty finish, guitars like these, they came like that. They had the maple top on them. And my theory always was that with that top on there, you'd get a better, almost brighter sound with a lot more dark low end to it. And take my word for it, I was right. If you can find one with a top on it like this in great shape, jump on it, because these guitars are phenomenal. But once again, same specs as mentioned before, but on these, just like a Les Paul, 2-volume, 2-tone, 3-way toggle. This one actually came with the Seymour Duncan Blackouts, like I mentioned earlier, but I put the EMG 8185s in it. But it feels like it's a little bit smaller scale length compared to my stars. It might be, but either way, it's still a great playing guitar. Has the locking tuners, like I mentioned. And they came in a bunch of different finishes. As far as the stars came in white, black, and then trans red, trans black, and trans blue smear. Now some of the other shapes, as far as like the soloist shape, I've seen a couple that actually came in cherry sunburst. Now as far as these DS models, I've seen people that had a green one before. Although lighting does do some weird things to this guitar, sometimes it looks green, but it's actually blue. But I have seen one of these in green before. And one of my friends has a cherry sunburst one. So different models from this series came in some unique finishes to that particular shape. But all of them are absolutely, outstanding instruments. Regardless of what your personal preference is, I recommend all of them. They just play great, sound great. So moving on. Alright, so this is, once again, one of my other stars, the Desolation DST-1. And just like my white one I showed you, same setup and everything, I have put some work into this one. And I'm not through with it by far, But this one actually has the maple top on it, like I was talking about with the blue guitar. And this one, when I first got it, I immediately noticed it had a lot more character to it, as far as like tone and even sustain. Like, I don't know, just these tops on it give it a little bit more bite, and a lot tighter low end really helps make riffs and chords and everything really pop. But same setup and everything, you know, mahogany body with the maple veneer. And I don't know if you can see, but all these that had the trans finishes had a little line of binding that went around the body, headstock, and they also put this here. It's not exactly binding, but it's a cool little outline that goes on the outside of the fingerboard. Just purely cosmetic looking, but it just makes the guitar look like a very, very sharply dressed instrument. So I thought that was pretty cool. So moving on to the next one. Okay, what we have here is a Charvel Desolation DST1 Star FR, or the DST1 FR. And what that means is Floyd Rose. And same specs and everything as the other ones with the stop tail, except these came with a Floyd Rose. And what kind of Floyd Rose, you might ask? Mine, when I got it, like I said, all nickel hardware with a Floyd Rose original. Not a Floyd Rose 1000, not a special. It actually came with a Floyd Rose original. And of course, I swapped out all the hardware on all this one. I put black, even down to the tuners. The Floyd ones did not come with locking tuners, or this. I put that myself. Yes, I put a hole in the neck. I don't plan on selling it. But anyway, they didn't come with the locking tuners because with a Floyd Rose, you have the locking nut. So, didn't really need that. But same specs and everything. This was pretty much just the Floyd Rose version of my white one with the white pickups. But highly recommend these guitars. As far as the back, you know, they come with your standard block and everything, but you can put bigger upgrade blocks as far as brass or stone tone. These guitars can handle just about everything. But as far as does it stay in tune and everything, it stays in tune absolutely perfect. And if you've seen some of my videos, I put this guitar through quite the whammy workout, and it just bounces right back into tune. Handles every tuning that I've ever put it in. Very, very solid. So if you like Floyd Rose and you find a Desolation series guitar with a Floyd on it, go for it. I'm telling you, it won't let you down. Here we have my other beautiful top-equipped Star, and this was the most recent one I acquired. And like I said, some of these guitars, the finishes look different colors in certain lights. But this one's actually the trans black. I call it gray myself. In some lights it looks purple or lavender. But same as the red one I showed you guys. Same setup, same pickups and everything. And I tried putting all chrome hardware on this one. I try to make it look a little different than all the rest. But very beautiful guitar. I love this finish too. It's got more of a darker vibe to it. Just looks awesome. Last but not least, this was actually the first Star I ever got. Also my first guitar from the Desolation series. And very, very simple. I've played this one a lot. It needs a little bit of work right now. But yeah, same setup, same specs and everything. And like I said, this one came in just solid black. I will tell you guys this. A lot of the other models, as far as I think it was the DS and the whatever the soloist version was, they would have finishes like this, black or white. Those would come with the actual binding and everything on it. That kind of hurt me a little bit. I love the binding look on the finished ones I showed you guys with the maple tops, but as far as the Stars, the black and white did not come with all that binding, you know, that mother of pearl and everything. But even still, it's a very, very metal looking guitar. I'm probably going to deck this one out again in black. Solid black hardware, head to toe. This looks really, really metal when it's decked out like that. Very, very killer guitars. Alright, now I'm going to show you guys what these guitars actually sound like. First, I'm going to run through the clean channel, and then I'm going to try a little slight overdrive for some blues. And then I'll show you my heavy metal channel and give you all the heavy distorted tones you could hope for. So check it out. Someone as far as, you know, my opinion on the quality and durability, playability, and everything to do with the Charvel Desolation series. I just got really tired of people ragging on it, saying, oh, they're made in China. These are some great guitars. Take my word for it. If not, go try one for yourself if you can track one down, because they were discontinued, sadly. But I highly recommend them. This all I play, both live and in the studio. If you want to actually hear them in action, check out pretty much any of my videos or you can catch a show and see me play one live, go for it. But also, my Unoya EP, I use these guitars on all 7 tracks. That's strictly what I use for my whole EP. So once again, if you find one of these guitars and you're wondering, hey, should I grab it? I say go for it, because that's what I swear by. Beautiful guitars, outstanding craftsmanship for the price. I really don't know why they discontinued them. I wish they didn't, because these guitars are phenomenal in my opinion. So hope that helped. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.